Okay, today we are going to be looking at recoding variables, and this is going to be useful for you in the event that you have a variable that represents a plethora of values and you want to make a comparison or analyze the data in a more simplified way. And today we're going to be looking at age. So let's say instead of comparing all of the ages against each other, we're interested, let's say, in the religiosity of people in different age groups. So we want to look at, are young people more religious than middle-aged people? Are middle-aged people less religious than young people or old people? So the way that we can accomplish that is recoding our age, which represents age 0 to 100 or whatever the minimum and maximums are, and putting those into the boxes of young, middle-aged, and old. So the first thing we want to do is go up to transform, and we're going to go down to recode in different variables. And one thing to note here, you never want to recode into same variables, which is an option, because what that is going to do is overwrite your original data, and that is something that will be potentially useful for you later on. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go down to age, bring it over here, and we're going to click old and new values. And today we're going to be looking at just these three range functions, and because we're interested in recoding age into three groups. And the first one we want to recode into is young. So we're going to go down to range, lowest through value, and we're interested in whoever the youngest person is in our data set, and we want our maximum value to be 30. And that's going to represent young people for us, and we're going to go back and label that later, but for now we are going to say that represents the numerical value 0. The next category is going to be middle-aged folks, and that one's going to be a range where we put in both of those values. So it's going to be 31-year-olds through 60-year-olds, represented by 1, and those are going to be middle-aged folks. And the last category is going to be old people. So 61-year-old through whoever the oldest person is in our data set. And the value is going to be 2. We'll add that into there. We'll click continue. And now we want to name our new variable. So we'll put age recode. And for a label, something we can go into a little more depth, we'll just say age recoded into 3 variables. Change, and we'll go down and hit OK. It executed what we told it to execute, and now you can see in this variable view that we have a new variable. And so the last thing we want to do is make sure that the values represent what we want them to represent. So as we said before, 0 is going to represent young folks, 1 is going to represent middle-aged folks, and 2 is going to represent old folks. We'll hit OK. And I'm also going to change this decimal to 0. It's just kind of annoying seeing those be 0.00, and it's not necessary. So then we go to data view. I'm going to go all the way over just to check and see what we have here. Now we can see that people are represented as old, middle-aged, or young.